Testing, testing.
Okay, we're on the record in the Public Service Commission's Rulemaking 91 on revisions to the CPCN regarding transmission lines.
Good afternoon, Chair, Commissioners. Michael Dean on behalf of staff. We're here pursuant to the Commission's notice of September 12, 2025 for the second session regarding the definition of modification of a transmission line in Comar 20.79.01.02. As discussed at the prior session, staff submitted comments in accordance with order number 90684, which requested staff reevaluate the definition of transmission line modification, and staff submitted proposed changes. And under the definitions at B28, in our submitted changes, our first change was to combine the definition of modification for generating station by reordering C to become B and adding the phrase to an electric generating station right after the word modification. Under the new C, we have the existing definition for modification of a existing transmission line, and we had suggested that we had a phrase regarding operating voltage changes to the transmission line, but as discussed in the last rulemaking session, that was removed. And then under D, we had a list of exemptions from the definition of modification to an existing transmission line, and staff suggested that we use the joint Exelon Utilities filing of September 4, 2025, their list of definitions, with the exception of the second exemption, which has an increase in the height of the replacement structure that does not exceed 25%. Your Honor, did you want me to go over each of the exemptions again?
Yeah, just to sort of make sure everyone's on the same page. So.
The first one is rebuilding of all or any portion of existing transmission line consistent with the design as described in the application of an approved CPCN. The second one is the replacement of a transmission line structure with a structure of a different type if A, the height of the replacement structure does not exceed the height of the adjacent structures of the transmission line, B, any increase in height of the replacement structure is necessary to meet current industry or utility design standards or practices. And there was a C, which I discussed earlier, where staff did not agree that a 25% increase in height would not be noticeable. Under 3, the replacement of a transmission line structure with a higher or larger structure if the increase in height or size is required to comply with current industry or utility design standards or practices, or the increase in height does not exceed 25%. That also has that 25% increase. 4, an increase in the size of the base or foundation of a transmission structure. 5, the addition of a new transmission structure located within or adjacent to the existing transmission right-of-way to facilitate the interconnection of a substation, switchyard, or other facilities if A, the new structures do not exceed the height of adjacent structures of the transmission line, B, any increase in the height of the structures is necessary to meet current industry or utility design standards or practices. And lastly, the C part again has that 25% increase. 6, the use of a larger replacement conductor to increase capacity if the increase in the diameter of the new conductor does not exceed 25% and the voltage of the transmission line is not increased. 7 has routine maintenance or repairs. And 8 is the replacement or upgrade of shield wires.
Okay. So, any questions, discussion so far? Alrighty. Okay. So, anything else from?
Not from staff.
Okay. So, any of the other stakeholders, parties want to make comments on the presentations we made? So. All right. So I think what we're going to do is, since this thing's a little complicated, we're going to take this under advisement today and then issue a written order on further steps in the process. So,
Chair Hoover, can I ask a quick question?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Daniel Herson on behalf of the Joint Exelon Utilities. I just wanted to make sure that if the commission is issuing something, would the parties have an opportunity to comment?
yeah, we will. Yeah. So.
Okay, thank you. That's all.
All right, so we're going to issue a written notice in this, giving further directions as to actions by both staff regarding these regulations, and then the response that we will be looking for from the other parties regarding this, and then some explanation on what we view as our current authority to make these changes, and possible discussions that we may have about any legislative changes that may be necessary to do this. So. Okay.